This is a to-the-point video. It is a condensed version of the full review. I will not answer questions in the comments section for this video. Please watch the full review if you want detailed information, and that video will be linked in the description section below. Appos Audio sent me the Moondrop Aria to review. This is an $80 IEM and the newest offering from Moondrop. The Aria has excellent build and accessories, particularly for its price point. Just like its predecessor, the Starfield, the Aria is built of metal. The overall design of the IEM is noticeably different from the Starfield, however. The Aria is about the same weight as the Starfield, but the Aria has a different shape, which results in a better fit in the ear canal. The Starfield, at least for me, always had a loose fit. The Aria's design allows it to sit securely within my ears. The Aria's black and gold paint is a stark contrast to the Starfield's more flamboyant, shiny blue with script. Nothing about the Aria's build and design gives me any concerns. The Aria has some of the best accessories of any IEM I have seen, $150 and below. The Aria's cable is covered in a pliable material. This cable is soft and transmits little microphonics. The Starfield's cable, by contrast, is covered in plastic and pales in comparison. The Aria also comes with a sturdy, compact carrying case and several silicone ear tips. Moondrop says that the Aria is tuned to the Harmon Curve. If you are not familiar with the Harmon Curve, here is a brief description. The Harmon Curve is the average of several tested tunings. The ones which a study group preferred the most was examined, and the Harmon Curve is essentially the compromise among the top-rated sonic tunings that the majority of people preferred in these tests. Some people believe the Harmon Curve is the new neutral, but I would disagree. It is merely a different tuning profile. You can use it as your own standard if you wish, but unless the recording artist is using the Harmon Curve to mix and master, your Harmon-tuned headphones and IEMs are not neutral. But that's also the case for every other headphone and IEM. Regardless, Moondrop says that the Aria will have punchy bass, recessed mids, and sparkling treble. In my tests, I found this to be fairly accurate. The Aria has a slightly above neutral sub-bass and an emphasized mid-bass. There is noticeable melding between sub-bass and mid-bass, resulting in average clarity in that region. The mids are recessed, but vocals will appear without difficulty. Voices sound about 1 to 2 steps behind the drums. All instruments always sound true to timbre. The Aria's treble is elevated in the lower or mid-treble region, but has a noticeable roll-off in the upper treble. This means that some treble instruments will sound a bit brighter, but there should be little to no fatigue overall. The Aria has average soundstage and detail retrieval. It has average clarity. I compared the Aria against the Starfield, Ibasso IT00, and the Final Audio B2. The Aria and Starfield sound remarkably alike. There are some differences, however. The Aria seems to have slightly greater sub-bass and sharper mid-bass impact. The Aria has slightly less sibilant vocals and smoother vocal grain. Placement of vocals appears to be the same. The Aria's treble is clearer, and this IEM presents slightly greater instrument separation. The Aria presents about the same amount of detail as the Starfield, but the Aria is a little bit clearer overall. Both IEMs have similar soundstage. The IT00 has greater sub-bass emphasis than the Aria. Mid-bass slam is harder on the IT00, and the bass region is overall a little clearer on the IT00. The IT00 has smoother rendition of mids. The Aria has slightly greater emphasis in sibilance and vocal grain. The IT00 has more intimate vocals. The IT00 has smoother treble, but only marginally. The Aria has wider soundstage and greater instrument separation than the IT00, but both IEMs seem to exhibit similar detail. Finally, the B2 has less sub-bass and frankly a roll-off in that region. Mid-bass impact is harder on the Aria. However, the B2 has a bit more clarity in the bass region. The B2 has smoother presentation of mids. It smooths out vocal grain and has slightly less emphasis in sibilance than the Aria. The Aria has more recessed mids. The B2's mids are a bit forward in the mix. Treble is smoother and rolled off on the B2. The Aria has slightly wider soundstage and clarity, but both IEMs have similar detail retrieval. Overall, the Moondrop Aria is an IEM that may sound pleasing to many people. If you enjoy a warmer sound signature with bass a bit more emphasized than the mids and a hint of additional energy and treble, then the Aria might be the right product for you. However, if you disliked the Starfield, then you will not be pleased with the Aria. Both IEMs sound very similar, and you might struggle to hear a noticeable difference. The Aria's price point is fascinating. For $30 less than the Starfield, Moondrop provides a better cable, a sturdy case, equally good build, similar tuning, and a more traditional design. If this is the type of sound signature you are interested in, then I think the Aria is a good bargain. It is value. At $80, it offers little to no reason for people to buy the more expensive Starfield.